I'm going to be honest with you. I do not have a particularly good or interesting opening because I leave for NAIC tomorrow, even though you're watching this during, like, when day 2 of NAIC is going on. I don't have anything else on my mind. It's just everything is NAIC at the moment, so it's kind of, I guess we just go on to the video. Hey everybody, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today we're going to be talking about a deck that I almost brought to NAIC. Since it's only day 2, there's a chance that, and it's a small chance, but there's a chance that I would be playing in day 2, and so I don't want to show off a deck that I might be playing with currently, but I'll show you my number 2 choice, and both this deck and in the next video are going to be decks that I personally made. It does not make them good by any means. It just means that it's a deck that I made and I liked it and I was having a lot of fun with it. And I guess before we get into the actual video, if you haven't already, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and leave a like and a comment. Those things tell YouTube this is a good channel and other people should watch it. If you're in the market for some TCG accessories, I'm affiliated with Dragon Shield, so you can use the link in the video description. Get yourself some awesome Dragon Shield matte sleeves. They're the only ones I use. You show up to regionals looking and feeling like a pro. Lastly, if you want to support the channel a little bit more, we were on such a streak of not messing these things up. And here we are, back to my usual nonsense. There's a link in the video. Click the join button if you want to support the channel a little bit more directly. None of that's ever expected or required. Just you being here is enough for me. Now, with all that said, let's head over to PTCGO and check out this, I guess, somewhat of a mystery deck. You probably figured it out with the thumbnail, but we'll just go. It should be to no one's surprise that there was a fighting type Pokemon in this deck, and we also have a single strike Pokemon in this deck because those are the two things that I love the most. However, the thing that ties this all together is, of course, Arceus V and V-Star. Arceus V with the Trinity Charge and Arceus V-Star with the Trinity Nova attack. This is going to help accelerate energies to our dark or fighting Pokemon. It's going to help, maybe we put it to another Arceus. Whatever it is, we just kind of set up secondary attackers. We do a good amount of damage in the process, and Starbirth is just a fantastic V-Star power that lets you search for any 2 cards you want whenever you want to. We're also using Umbreon as our dark type attacker to deal with anything that's psychic, namely Mew. Mean Look is a pretty good attack for softening up a Mew V or Mew Vmax, maybe just for bossing up a Genesect and Mean Looking, making them have an escape rope or an actual switch out. Air Balloon's not going to cut it. Umbreon VMAX will be able to one-shot a Mew V or Mew Vmax, so that's really good. Something important to note is that Moonlight Blade only does 80 damage unless you have damage counters on this thing. And so, unless it got hit, Moonlight Blade won't do as much as you want. It will knock out a Meloetta. It will knock out a Mew V if you have a Choice Belt. But other than that, it's not going to take the one-shot on Mew VMAXs. You need to use the Umbreon VMAX, and Dark Signal does not work on Fusion Strike Pokemon that have Fusion Strike energy. So if there's a Mew VMAX on the bench and it has a Fusion Strike energy, you can't target it with Dark Signal. You'll have to use the boss's orders. It's a little unfortunate, but it's where we are. We do have Lucario V-Star as our fighting type attacker, and also just a really good attacker in general. It's going to hit for 270 with the Choice Belt, meaning you can knock out almost any Pokemon V-Star in one hit. Aurastar is also a pretty good V-Star attack if we don't want to use, or can't, maybe there's a Path to the Peak in play or something like that, maybe we can't use Starbirth. Aurastar is a pretty good V-Star attack for if you're going against opposing Arceus, if you're going against maybe a Blissey deck and they have a Dunsparce on the bench, so Fighting Knuckle won't KO them. You can use Aurastar. They probably have a bunch of energies in play, and you go ahead and just put big damage. I've actually done this to a Duraludon VMAX, where they had a bunch of energies in play because they had 2 Pokemon set up. I attached a Choice Belt, Aurastar took a KO. It was glorious. We do run 2 copies of Zigzagoon so that we can ping damage onto a Pokemon and get the KO, whether that's Arceus V-Star hitting for 210 with Choice Belt Double Turbo, we ping the Pokemon, and now it's going to do 220 damage. Or Lucario V being 10 shy on something like a Palkia V. This helps us fix that math. And then, of course, we have Bibarel for a little bit of draw engine and consistency. It's going to help protect us against Roxanne. It's going to help us protect against, really bad Marnies. We can discard our hand with like Ultra Balls and Quick Balls and refill it to find the thing we need, hopefully, at the very least. And then Lumineon is the last Pokemon where we can, play it down onto the bench and search our deck for a supporter and put it into our hands. The rest of the deck is fairly simple. We have, a lot of Pokemon search in the form of Evolution Incense, Quick Ball, Ultra Ball. Training Court's going to get some energies back if we need. We have a couple of Boss's Orders, a couple of Research, Marnies, Raihan, all really standard stuff. And then the one difference, or the one addition, is Grant. Now, Grant lets your fighting Pokemon do 30 more damage during this turn. The cool thing about Grant is, though, if it's in the discard pile, you can discard 2 other cards and get this from the discard and put it into your hand. Why is that really good? Well, it lets us thin the hand out a little bit for something like Bibarel. Maybe we discard 2 cards, get a Grant, and then discard it with a Quick Ball, and now we just discarded 4 cards. And it, could be a good thing. Also, Grant just lets our Lucario go and hit 300 damage. So even if we don't have the Zigzagoon pings, we can go ahead and still take KOs on Pokemon V-Stars like Palkia, opposing Arceus with Dunsparce, Dialgas, things like that. We have a couple of Air Balloons to move Pokemon around, Choice Belts to hit a little bit harder, and then just 4 of each energy, Double Turbo, Dark, and Fighting. So that's pretty much the deck. Let's go and see how it does. Going into game number 1, seems like we might be playing a Psychic type deck, so I'm definitely going to want to try and get that Umbreon set up. And if we are playing Mew, the line that we want is to get both Umbreons. Now, going first is pretty good. We don't have any basic Pokemon. Neither does our opponent. That's really nice. They have Mew Sleeves, Psychic Deck Box, Mew Coin. There's a chance that we're going to be playing against the Mew deck here. So we'll see what we're actually up against. And it is a Mew deck, so that's good. Now, we do have the Umbreon, which I do not like. I don't like that at all. So I'm kind of hoping we can find a Quick Ball. I do not want to Ultra Ball away all this stuff. But we'll go ahead. We really want to get an Arceus. We have to put this Umbreon onto the bench. We cannot let it get KO'd, so they can very easily Meloetta, 210 damage, Melodious Echo, knock out this this Umbreon, and then we'd be in a kind of a bad spot. They could knock out the Arceus. It's definitely possible. But we have the... that would still be really tough if they do. We did not have a very good hand. Maybe it would have been better. Yeah, starting that Umbreon was kind of tough. Starting the Umbreon was very, very tough. We have to really hope that they do not knock out this Arceus. Because then I have no Trinity Nova. I have no Starburst. I don't have a reliable way. It'd be one thing if I could. I wouldn't even be able to Raihan because this is a fighting energy, not a dark energy. Please fail this. Thank you. Okay, so they go with the Sparkle. So they can't boss anymore. Not that they would. Sparkle is definitely the play they want to go with. They're only going to be able to Genesect for 2, which is pretty nice. There's a chance that they don't find something that they need. They find another Genesect and a Quick Ball. Cool. So now they're going to be able to draw for 5. So it looks like whatever they got off that Fusion Strike system was pretty good. And this is what happens with Mew. They just roll. So they need to find another energy and another Fusion Strike energy specifically, and a some type of power modifier, power tablet, choice belt, something like that, in order to take the KO on this Arceus V. They're gonna Rose Tower, so that's all 3 Genesects. They need a damage modifier and a Fusion Strike energy. And they fail the other cram. That's beautiful. No Oricorio in play, which is very important to know when we're dealing with our math. They're probably going to retreat into... If they go into the Meloetta, Melodious Echo's not an option. If they go into the Mew, I get 2 prizes. So... Oh, they go into the Mew. Well, we might as well Rose Tower. We get an Ultra Ball. Do I play it safe and guarantee the V-Star, or do I risk it? I don't think we risk it. I think we're in a spot where we just want to do our thing. We'll get the Arceus V-Star. And we will Starburst at this point. We can go ahead and get a second Umbreon. And we can go ahead and get, I guess, maybe a Research? Not a Marnie. We can go ahead and get a Research here. And start seeing about some other stuff. Yeah, they can knock out the Mew, the Umbreon, but we'll have the other one and we can start spreading out some energies. So I think that's pretty good. And we'll Research here. Alright, we got the VMAX. I have no real need. I mean, I could play it. I don't know if I necessarily want to. Because I have the other one. So let's think. They do some math. I guess technically they can go 280 Melodious Echo with 2 more Fusion Strike energies, and then just 1 damage modifier and KO of VMAX. So I'm just gonna Trinity Nova. Not worth it yet. And we're gonna split out these dark energies. And we'll put 1 there. We'll get 2 prizes. Double Turbo is very nice. And we get a Training Court. So now, if they do boss up, we have a Double Turbo for this one. And if they don't boss, then we're still pretty good. We can just attach. And we're looking okay. Is this the greatest in the world? No, but they still have to get through this Arceus V-Star. It's going to be kind of annoying for them to deal with. Choice Belt's going to let me knock out those Genesects. A Zigzagoon's going to let me knock out those Genesects. So, there's the first Power Tablet. I do have to worry about them using Elisa Sparkle. That'll get them a bunch of energies in... Oh, they retreat. Oh, they have the switch. They're just trying to burn. They're going to go into the Mew, not into the Meloetta. That's interesting. I'm surprised they don't go into the Meloetta. They've already retreated for the turn. I would have went into the... Okay. Oh, they do boss. So they can't Sparkle. Do they have the... What is going on? They have to have the energy. They have to have... Okay. They're really looking to take the KO on this thing. And they can see they just don't have... Oh my goodness. Oh god. So there you go. This Lucario Umbreon deck, the big reason I decided to not bring it to NAIC is because it doesn't have any answer to Blissey Miltank. I mean, the Lucarios can handle the Blissies usually, but I don't have an answer for Miltank. Also, it's not a great matchup into the Reggies, so for those 2 reasons, because I expect them to be popular, Blissey being in the finals of Milwaukee means you are probably going to see it. Even something like Duraludon's not like a great matchup for it, but something we can still kind of navigate. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the deck. It just, unfortunately, the meta has kind of shifted in such a way that you have to be able to deal with Blissey. This deck just can't. And yeah, so thinking about what decks you're expecting to see to, you know, pick a deck for a tournament is super important. and I expect to see at least 1 to 3 Blissey Miltanks just because it's relatively cheap. It did really well, and people want to play decks that did well, so I'm expecting to see a couple of them, and I need a deck that has an answer. The one I did pick does have an answer, and that's why this has been chopped. You are the weakest link. Sachet away. What's the other ones? I said you've been chopped. I don't know as many of those as I thought I did, and so now I feel super awkward and embarrassed. And I'm going to go. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, found this informative. If you did, like, subscribe, comment. Check out Dragon Chill link and the links to my Twitter and Discord in the video description. And, yeah, that is going to do it for today. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time.